This match is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from Indianapolis, Indiana, Colton Cage.
Von Reno Starks Community Center, we are coming your way this Saturday night. Tonight, as you watch this in the Louisville market, March the 18th. And as you just heard, the tag titles are on the line. The Bad Boys Club, former champions, coming after the rookies, Billy O and Kevin Giza. Will it be a short reign for the rookies? Their first title defense at the Von Reno Starks Community Center tonight.
And his opponent from the city of Metropolis, the man of tomorrow, Daniel Eads.
The man of tomorrow is returned to the house of tomorrow's superstars today, and Daniel Eads. Been a long time since we've seen this guy, Ronhead.
Last time we saw Daniel Eads, he was being managed and handled both physically and financially by Josh Ashcraft. And coincidentally, no sign of Josh Ashcraft tonight when Daniel Eads making a return, Gilbert Corsi. And getting a very warm welcome from the fans at the Davis Arena. Daniel Eads, always one of the most athletic men on the card. Just maybe had a little poor guidance with Gilbert, with Josh Ashcraft.
Yeah, it could be a case here of absence makes the heart grow fonder, because Daniel Eads cut from that cloth of, well, he's on the same side of the locker room as Rocco Bellagio.
Indeed, but from what I understand, Daniel Eads has had a little time to rethink his life, rethink his career, and it's being manifested tonight against, of all people, Colton Cage, who's also had a very rocky road in OVW.
Remember that Dean Hill was very adamant in 2015, July of 2015, when he bought this company about a new talent initiative, that he would find fresh, hungry, new talent, give new guys a shot to make their way in professional wrestling, specifically in OVW. And Daniel Eads clearly taking advantage of that initiative. Colton Cage, another one of those young superstars who's trying to make his way here in OVW, impressing in the opening goings of this contest. But you talk about the athleticism of Daniel Eads.
Daniel Eads is quicker than a hiccup and more foul than a belch.
And more agile than a guy his size. Man, Daniel Eads is every bit of 6'4" and 250 pounds.
And Daniel Eads measures every blow and connects with full force. Daniel Eads being very impressive, but Colton Cage, who's recently had his wrist fractured, a tooth knocked out, and still comes back for more. Both these men have a lot to prove here on OVW.
A boot right between the eyes, and the arena is still searing from that impromptu brawl we saw between Big John and Rocco Bellagio before the break. And that's the athleticism we talk about from Daniel Eads with the slingshot into the elbow drop.
It's kind of a calling card of Daniel Eads.
Can you imagine what's going to happen when all that animosity, all that rage boils over inside a steel cage at the Saturday Night Special?
Taking Eddie Guerrero's moves to another level. Taking it to a Kryptonian-fueled rage, and hooks a far leg with a back press, and Colton Cage gets the shoulder up.
Are you still getting that hint of cockiness? I said before that Eads is the kind of guy who walks the line between confidence and cockiness and almost falls off that edge into cockiness. Are you seeing that, Ronhead?
Might be seeing a very confident athlete, and I'm never going to be in the same room and call that man cocky. What, you think I have a death wish?
I think he is cocky. I think he comes off a bit brash, and again, that's why he aligned himself with Josh Ashcraft. I find it interesting that Ashcraft is not here with Eads now.
Yeah, coincidence? And it ain't cocky if you do it and you back it up.
I think the folks who follow Ohio Valley Wrestling have got to be looking under the ring, looking over their shoulder, looking towards the door.
Measuring Colton Cage for a vertical throw. A Johnny Valentine, Greg Valentine style throw. And Daniel Eads, if he connects with that weight of the world finisher.
Yeah, punishment written all across the face of Colton Cage there.
Measuring for that Kryptonian punch of his.
Eads is stalking. He is setting up here. Colton slow to rise to his feet.
Colton ducks underneath and connects with a clothesline. This kid's got a lot of fire. Colton Cage doing whatever he can. And
Cage jacks the jaw and follows it up here into the cover. No hook of the leg.
Sideburn effect. Colton Cage thinks he has it.
Could that not have been a mistake when he had Eads down? Perhaps he should have went for the 1-2-3. Spinning back kick from Cage. Went for a bicycle kick. Oh! And good night. Colton Cage is seeing stars. What's he call it, Ron?
Calls that the Kryptonian punch. Whatever he calls it.
Shades of Chris Silvio and a tie-dye TKO.
Daniel Eads measuring Colton Cage for his finisher. He calls it the weight of the world. Weight of the world on his shoulders and into the mat. Oh, my Lord.
Well, the weight of the world is not on his shoulders anymore, and neither is Colton Cage. This one's finished.
Your winner, Daniel Eads. I'm going to see if I can have a word with Daniel Eads. Do a little game of catch-up with him.
Daniel Eads proving you do get a second chance to make a first impression and an emphatic return to Ohio Valley Wrestling.